Okay. I have them. They're all here. So, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing amazing. In today's video, I'm going to be motivating you to read because why aren't you reading? For some people, they just don't like reading. How do you not like reading? What? What is wrong with you? But don't worry, okay, because I am going to motivate you to read more books, maybe even buy some books. I'm going to show you my favorites, give you recommendations, and hopefully that will give you like a little step. I feel like reading is very important, especially when you're in school and stuff, you know, it improves your literature, your vocabulary. The first book I want to start with is this one. This book is All the Bright Places. I watched the film before I read this book. I know you're supposed to read before you watch the films, you know, but I didn't do that. Because I didn't even realize it was a book. I thought it was just a movie. So I thought, okay, I'm going to read the book. And I was like, you know what, the book can't be as bad as the film. You told me that. Why did I think that was right? Because, no. I read the book and I finished it and I cried even harder than when I watched the film. I like the concept of the book. I like the meanings of the book, which is why I was so drawn to the film and also to read it. I got very connected to the characters. You will get connected to the characters and it will destroy you. I can promise you that. So if you want to cry your eyes out, this is definitely a book that I would recommend. The next book I have is also one of my other favorites, and again, I saw the film before I read the book. Very classic of me, but also, you know what else is classic? This book. This book is Little Women, and on the front you can see Jo March. He's one of my favorite characters, but Amy is my favorite. Okay, she is my favorite March sister. And also, we're the same. Did you know that me and Amy March had the same personality type? Because I didn't. I haven't read this yet. I know, like, I'm giving you these recommendations and I haven't even read the book myself. But from the film, and I've skimmed through some of this, and so far, it looks pretty good. Like, it looks pretty decent. The only thing I don't like is how close the words are on the page. Like, girl, let the page breathe. Like, there's so many, like, words. So yeah, that kind of put me off a little bit, but it's not going to stop me from reading it. I will read this book. Inside this book as well, they've got pictures from like the set from the film. So there's one picture right here that is Meg March, is that her name? I really loved the film. I thought the film was really nice. I like the relationship between the sisters and the family. I like the meanings, you know, a lot of stuff you can relate it to. Again, this is like a classic book. Some of the language may be a bit hard to interpret, but if you are used to like Old English or like Victorian language, if you know what I mean, then you can read this, no problem. Even if you don't know Victorian language, you can still read it. You know, it's very easy to understand. Maybe a few words you might have to like look up and understand the meaning, because some words, you know, are very different and are not used in modern day society. So yeah, the next book I have is one that really stood out to me. This book really changed like my life, like honestly. Usually when I read books I can feel like emotional connection to them, but this book specifically I felt a lot of like emotional attachment to, and I feel like this book is very important. I like books with good meanings. This book is The Hate You Give. This book is very popular. Did I watch the film? I can't remember. I think I read the book before I watched the film. I think I did. This book was wow, this book was amazing. It really was so good. It was so eye-opening, and it definitely, you know, it gave me a better insight on how black people are treated in America, specifically by the police as well. Of course I already knew like about the racism and stuff, but I feel like this gave me like a much better perspective because I was following a particular person. I think her name was Star. This book also made me cry as well. It was very sad. I didn't just cry because it was sad. I cried because it ended, because the book was so good that I wanted to keep reading it. Like, I never wanted to have to stop, you know, looking at her journey, because I really liked Star. She was such an amazing character, and I just felt so sad that like I'll never be able to hear another story of her again because it's ended. So I was like, oh, it was so sad. The next book I have is this book. Can we just take a minute, okay? Can we just take a moment to appreciate the cover, please? I'm gonna cover my face, but can we just take a moment? Look how beautiful. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I haven't read this book. I know, you know. I skimmed through it, okay, and what I've seen, I love it. It's amazing. The plot is insane. Like, it just sounds like so like mystical. I don't know how you can, I don't even know how to put it into words. Like, I can't say much about this book because I don't know anything about it, but it was a book that I felt drawn to. You know, there was mentions of like a princess in exile, like Chinese tales are included in here, and you know what, I really liked the idea. I thought that was like a cool concept, so I was like, okay, I don't know any Chinese tales, so I thought, you know, maybe I can learn more about the Chinese culture and about, you know, their story and their traditional values. The last book on my little list is this book, and oh my god, just looking at it now gives me such nostalgia. Like, this book is very nostalgic for me. I remember I had this book since 2016. I got it as soon as it came out because Jacqueline Wilson is my favourite author, if you guys did not know. I love her books so much, and I really liked the character. I liked that she had curly hair like me. I thought she looked like me a little bit. Resemblance? I'm kidding, there is no resemblance, but she had really like wavy curly hair, and I was like, oh my god, that's literally me. I've read this book about 10 times because every single time it never amazes to shock me. Even though I know the plot, maybe I can even recite the whole story off by heart, it still surprises me, it still shocks me every single time. I really like this book, and I will never ever get bored of this book. If I could only read one book for the rest of my life, it would definitely be this book, because you just can't get bored of it. You cannot get bored of Clover because she literally is such an amazing, boisterous, adventurous character. She definitely does not stand for you know, the traditional roles of women. She definitely does her own thing, and you know, she knows what she wants, you know, and I like that about her. She's very strong-headed and strong-minded. I definitely would recommend this as a beginner book, as well as the Six Crimson Cranes book. Maybe I would recommend this one more than the Six Crimson Cranes book, just because it's very simple. This book was the beginning of like my obsession with the Victorian times. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, literally ever since I read this book, I've just loved every single Victorian book. I love old literature, and also the book, I'm writing a novel, by the way, and the novel that I'm writing is set in like Victorian / Edwardian times. So, you know, this book inspired it. This book started it all, okay? Like, it's just so crazy to know that like this book was like the start of my passion for writing and just for loving literature. I just feel like this book has just, I have such big love. I have so much love for this book. I love it so much. It definitely set a foundation for me, and it definitely made me the writer that I am today. Now that is all the books. I've gone through all of them. I've gone through my recommendations. I hope this has intrigued or sparked something in you to want to, you know, go out and find books that interest you. But now I'm going to just go through where I got them all just quickly. So this book is called Clover Moon by Jacqueline Wilson, and I got this from Asda, but you can get this online literally anywhere. This book as well, I got this Six Crimson Cranes, I got this from Amazon, but you can also get this almost anywhere. The Hate You Give, I got this from Asda, but you can get this anywhere again, like Amazon, etc. It's Women, I got from Amazon, but you can get this from anywhere as well. Basically just Amazon and anywhere, you know, where you can get these books. All the Bright Places, I got from Aldi, it was £1. So I was like, oh, bargain, let me get it. So yeah, this one was from Aldi, but also you can get it anywhere. It's a Netflix book, you can find it anywhere you want to. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed learning about, you know, my favorite books, and I hope this intrigued you to want to go and read these books too. If you guys are interested in buying these books, or if you're interested in knowing more about these books, you can always comment down below and I will always respond to your comment. If you have any questions about these books, I will answer them. If you want any additional information about, you know, just reading in general, I am your girl, okay? I am your girl. I am the biggest flipping English nerd you will ever meet in your entire life, so I can help you, definitely. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. That was my old intro. I'm surprised I even remembered that. I remember when I used to do that, but I will see you next time, and don't forget to subscribe please. Thank you. Bye.